Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lorene and this is Lorene June Projects. If you're looking for anything DIY, camper, renovation, or hacks, definitely hit subscribe because I have a lot of videos like that. Today we're going over the 5 reasons why we love our pop-up camper and what we've learned kind of to love. And if you like this content, definitely give it a like, a thumbs up, and if you are interested or if you have any questions or comments, definitely comment down below and I'm always happy to respond and talk to you guys. So I'm just gonna hop right into this list. So number 1, unlike tent camping, we're off the ground and out of the elements. We live in Washington, and if you live anywhere where the weather's kind of unpredictable, where like one day it'll be like, oh, it's gonna be a storm, and the next day it's like, it's beautifully sunny, but it's the exact opposite of that. That's pretty much our life out here. So before tent camping on the ground, like you really, it's hard to stay out of the elements and it's hard to stay dry. So I mean, we often, every time we go camping, we see campsites where they have everything out of their tents and their tents are upside down drying in the sun because it's that wet here. So that was one of our primary reasons why we actually got a rooftop tent, but the rooftop tent wasn't exactly right for us, which leads into our next reason why we love tent camping, which is with the dogs, it's perfect for us. So we're able to wipe down the dogs inside of the camper or underneath our awning because it is rainy out here. Like I said, again, we just kind of like to make sure that they're nice and dry and clean before going inside, or even if we have to, we can do it inside and clean up after ourselves. Where in a tent, you're kind of always in your bed. I mean, I guess it depends on how big your tent is. With just like a regular between 2 and 5 person tent, it's kind of like the whole thing is your bed. Whereas in here, we have a living space. So we're able to wipe the dogs down, get ourselves cleaned up, and take all of our wet clothes off at the door and then go into the tent camper and escape the elements, which is number 1. The third reason why we love our tent camper is it still feels like you're camping, because when you have a hard-sided camper, which I have always had hard-sided campers until we got this tent camper, and probably we're gonna get a hard-sided camper again, but something that is so cool about the tent camper is that because it's all open along the sides and because you're still on the canvas, you are still immersed in that environment outside. You can still hear the wildlife, you can still feel the breeze even, which is cool and also kind of hard because it's wintertime, you're kind of cold, but it's beautiful. Opening up all of the windows and stuff, it really does feel like you're outside and like the outside comes in with you. So it's more of that still tent camping, you're in the wilderness vibe, over you shut the door, you're inside and it's like you've escaped completely. So you still feel the rain, or you don't feel the rain, but you can hear the rain really, really well. I mean, just like in a camper, I suppose, but because you're still like really immersed into the wilderness and the outside, that's really cool. So we really appreciate that in our tent camper and love it. The fourth thing we really, really love, and one of the big reasons why we chose a tent camper over a hard-sided first, was that the tent camper is small. It can fit in pretty small areas. It's easy to pull behind the 4Runner and it's light. So the ability to pull it with the 4Runner we can fill this thing up with all the things that we need is great. So they're small, they're easy to pull, they're light. Really, really great reasons to have a pop-up camper versus a regular camper. And the last reason was we were really toying with the idea of getting a camper in general, and I think having a tent camper really is that like gateway camper to having a legitimate hard-sided camper, and that really worked for us, learning all of the ins and outs of camper life and camper hacks and all the things that we needed to learn to eventually own a bigger investment and bigger camper in general is having a tent camper. And they're great for areas like Washington because the weather here is really mild all year pretty much. So like we never have really, really harsh winters and we never have really, really harsh summers. So it's really great having the tent camper where in the summers, if it's hot out, you just like open up all the windows and get this beautiful breeze and it's perfect. And you never have to really run the heater at night, and it just worked out really, really well for us. So those are the 5 reasons why we love our tent camper. And I mean, honestly, it's been such a blessing. We've had so much fun in it, and going from tent like camping on the ground to rooftop camping, which was really, really cool, but did not work for the dogs because they do not like going up the stairs to the tent top, and then into our tent camper really showed us that what we want is a hard-sided camper. And also I'm just like really excited to tackle a renovation like that. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I have videos on the 5 hacks to stay warm in the fall and winter time in your pop-up camper, and then I have how to paint your cabinets, how to cover your countertops, just how to make your space feel like your own, which is amazing. I'm all about that. I love anything DIY camper trailer. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe if you find the content worth your while and like you want to keep following along. New videos every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and I'm so excited to be here. And I hope you guys are having an awesome week. See you guys next week. Bye.
Searching